sorted out on Friday. Just tell us about that race and how challenging it was. And of course, if you could please just give us a word on what you thought when you saw Aleix make that mistake.
It was incredible, this mistake at the end, and really I was so thankful to catch the podium in that situation, because race was quite okay over the beginning when I saw Nakagami coming quite fast in the break and then did a big crash. I could get a few positions, immediately also overtake Paul Espargaro that was in front of me. And then this group of Fabio, Aleix and Martin. Martin was quite strong, and I really tried to handle my rear tire, but even tried to handle it at the maximum as possible to get an advantage at the end. I didn't get the advantage, and even worse at the end. So it was pretty frustrating to miss this speed at the end, because I was the only one with the hard rear, and I should get an advantage, and I didn't get it. But then it was good to keep pushing, because when Aleix did this mistake of the last lap, I first thought it's a mechanic problem, and then I understood that he was celebrating. So I say, finish your lap and catch your podium.
Lovely to see you back up here on the podium in Barcelona. Well done.
Merci.
Yeah, well done, John Zarco. That's back-to-back podiums here in Barcelona for him. I'm indebted to one of our viewers, Mick Stevenson, who's contacted us saying, of course, I've forgotten this one. Thanks for jogging my memory. Kenny Roberts Jr. did the same, celebrating early in Estoril in 2006, a race which, of course, was won by Tony Elias. Valentino Rossi taking second place. A great job by this man then. Just the second podium finish of what's been a pretty troublesome 2022 for Jorge Martin. He's in Parc Fermé with Amy.
Jorge. Yeah, Jorge, it's been tough times of recent.
Ooh.
You're going under the surgeon's knife tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be back here on the podium? Obviously, a real sign of optimism of what's to come.
Yeah, well, it's been a long season. Was difficult anyway. Second position today. I struggled during the last races, but I knew I was there. I was still the same Martinator, and yeah, this weekend was almost perfect. The pace was there. I was struggling being behind the race, so I was trying to be in front. But yeah, finally, thanks to the crowd, to my fans, they are here pushing a lot. Gracias a todos y la próxima más. Gas.
Great to see you back.
Yeah, great to see Jorge Martin back on the podium. That was a top ride by him. He really was working hard in an intense battle with Aleix Espargaro, and it got the ultimate reward, second place. He had nothing for Fabio Quartararo. Nobody did here in Barcelona today, but Jorge Martin celebrates second place, back on the podium for the first time since Argentina. But one man was utterly brilliant here today in Barcelona, your reigning world champion and race winner Fabio Quartararo with Amy.
Fabio, congratulations. You had so much margin, but you made it look completely effortless. Just keep that hammer down.
Exactly. I felt good from the beginning. I knew I wanted to be first in the first corner, and finally I managed to get something crazy. So yeah, I'm so happy. Great to see all the fans here. I want to thank them all to come here, and yeah, amazing race. I felt great. I was not controlling all the race, but pushing from the beginning, and then see how was my rear tire going. Was really good, and I had some margin and always increasing my lead. So happy, and Mugello one here was meant to be difficult, but 2-1-1 is a really great result.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a good point made by Fabio Quartararo, isn't it? The long straights of Mugello and Barcelona were supposed to really hurt the Yamaha man, and he walks away with 45 points from 50 in the space of a week, and he won't be bothered by the howl that dropped by Aleix Espargaro, because it means he goes to the Saxon Ring in a couple of weeks' time. What is it, 22 points clear in the championship battle? That's a big buffer. He'll be looking to extend that and going into the summer break as well.
And of course, what's happened elsewhere in that Grand Prix, and Bastianini, who crashed out of the race earlier on, he's 53 behind now, and Pecco Bagnaia continues the incredible run in 2022. No race winner in 2022 in MotoGP has finished in the top 10 at the following Grand Prix. Incredible run of results this season. Quite extraordinary the way it's gone. Fabio Quartararo won't care about that, with a 66-point lead now over the rider who many expect to be a long-term championship contender. Pecco Bagnaia stuck on 81 points. Of course, no fault of his own, but Bagnaia, a disastrous day for Ducati as a whole. and a day that couldn't have gone much better when Fabio Quartararo woke up this morning from his point of view.
I'm loving that circuit designed podium here in Barcelona. I'm sure that's going to be replicated by a few tracks around the world. So the fans here in Barcelona, some of them are going home pretty dejected tonight, having seen the home crowd hero throw away 20 precious World Championship points. Apparently Salva Franco, who's a mechanic currently in Aprilia for Aleix Espargaro, was also a mechanic right here back in 2009 when Julian Simon made the same error back in the 125cc battle. We're just going to stay quiet now as we try and listen into the post-race thoughts of our top three men here in Barcelona.
First laps you were making 40 low, no? 32 over 3.
40.1. But the grip I expect much worse now.
So the last 5 laps. But was with Aleix battling on the race.
But Aleix got before the finish line.
Last lap I thought he broke.
Yeah, me too.
Starting the last lap I was catching back.
And
I
then
was
he
like,
did
oh, I'm coming.
all
And
the
then,
brake pump
boom,
celebrating. Mir, I passed him in first corner and then I said, wow.
And then he started pushing again.
Yeah, but I think Mir passed him.
He went.
I finished 5th, I think.
Yeah, me is 4th, no? Wow.
But this is
The start also you didn't see it.
See.
The start-
Nakagami.
Nakagami,
Yeah, but
3 or 4.
Nakagami, he need to be more.
Yeah. We spoke in the.
I think he crashed. He touched Banaya and he took away.
Prince is
yes, Rins, yes.
because in the first lap, in the braking, I was like, oh, that was hot. Huh?
I was overtaking you, then someone, I don't know, I think was Paul or Nakagami overtook me, and I was close to you, and then boom, boom, boom.
I think has been Nakagami because Paul overtook, but I think was not in
Pecco
front of
crashed
you.
first lap?
Yeah, but I think you, yeah, first corner. But you, the first lap had already 1 second.
No, I had 3 tenths.
No.
More. So my team was like,
Yeah, maybe in that sector, but Aleix was very.
I mean, my best lap was
managing
40.
a lot. Aleix. And I was really like trying to.
at the end, I had a
A little bit more.
because I pushed so much. But in even last laps, I was doing 41.6 and
I was with Alex alone, and then he was coming with the hard. I knew I was the hard, and I was no.
Yeah, but the hard
But you think was good idea, though, huh?
But at the end, he did not help me.
But last year,
Yes, spin.
last year I did the same, and I expect much better.
At the end.
But last year you used medium, right? Last year.
Second.
Yeah, but you use medium rear, no?
No, hard.
Yes.
I remember.
But I got much more job than last year.
Mañana me opero, tío. De un nervio, no tenía. Las últimas vueltas. La última giro estaba sinceramente. ¡Guau! Peccato che non rimango oggi, sai?
¿Pero dónde vas ahora?
No, me tengo que ir a Italia, tío. Si no, hoy le hago una que
So the podium celebration is about to start here in Barcelona. There's a very good reason why myself and Lewis stay quiet for that little post-race conversation now, because we just heard some unique, fascinating insight from the top 3 men, fresh from Parc Ferme before they get on the podium. They were well, Joan Zarco and Jorge Martin both saying what we suspected. They thought Aleix Espargaro had got a mechanical problem late on. Unbelievable late drama here then in Barcelona as Fabio Quartararo's crew chief Diego Ghibolini comes to the podium. What a day of race action here in MotoGP in Barcelona, and your podium celebrations underway.
And what a weekend for Yamaha. Of course, they've confirmed Fabio Quartararo for the next 2 seasons. They've confirmed their title sponsorship is extended as well for the coming years, and they've taken what could end up, still a long way to go in this 2022 season, could end up being a decisive and defining victory. Just how crucial will this Sunday afternoon be in the final reckoning in Valencia in November? What a day for Pramac Ducati with a brand new title sponsor. Both riders on the podium, Joan Zarco in 3rd position, and Jorge Martin will go into that surgery tomorrow on his hand in high spirits, equaling his best results of the season. Back on the podium for the 2nd time this year and the 1st since Argentina, but demonstrating exactly why he is the reigning world champion. Your race winner, Fabio Quartararo. Christmas has come early in Catalunya for Fabio Quartararo. Race victory. 2 of his 3 closest championship contenders out of the Grand Prix. for various reasons. Bastianini, his own accident. Bagnaia, unfortunately, the victim of a collision from behind, taken out by Takaki Nakagami. And Aleix Espargaro, of course, with that mistake on the final lap, sitting up, thinking that the race had finished and losing 9 World Championship points and 3 positions. Mitch Covington, the SVP of Sports Marketing for Monster Energy, the sponsors of this Grand Prix, gives Diego Gabellini the winning trophy for the constructors. Yamaha's second victory of the season. Fabio Quartararo really doing the Lord's work for Yamaha, isn't he? The next Yamaha in the end across the line was Darren Binder, who finished in 12th position. Some good points for Darren Binder this afternoon. Johann Zarco in 3rd position. In the end, the grateful benefactor of what happened to Aleix Espargaro on that last lap. Back-to-back podiums in Barcelona for Zarco, the 2nd consecutive year he stood up there. Pere Rodriguez, the mayor of Montmello, and a very happy Jorge Martin. What relief it must be for him. Changed back to a more familiar setting on the front forks of his Ducati, and it brought that old feeling back. And Jorge Martin certainly back in business, and he will hope back to full fitness next time around at the Sachsenring as he goes in for surgery tomorrow. Roger Toron, the Minister for Business and Labour and the President of the circuit, gives Fabio Quartararo a 2nd winner's trophy here in Barcelona, the 2nd time in 3 years. How rarely have we seen him that animated when he's taken a Grand Prix victory. Potentially a crucial day in the World Championship as Quartararo demolishes the field in Barcelona.
Soak that up, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to the roar of an appreciative crowd. Are we in Le Mans or are we in Barcelona? Incredible reception for the 2 Frenchmen on the podium. I just briefly stepped out of our commentary box position here. The roar when Fabio Quartararo climbed onto the top step of the podium, it was like Barcelona had scored a last-minute winning goal in the Champions League final. It was incredible. What an atmosphere. What a spectacle the MotoGP World Championship is this year. It's been a thoroughly enjoyable and dramatic race day across all 3 classes, and it finishes in the most dramatic fashion. What a first and last lap in that Barcelona battle, with Takaki Nakagami taking out Pecco Bagnaia and Alex Rins at the first corner, and then Aleix Espargaro thinking he'd taken 2nd place behind this man Fabio Quartararo, miscounting the laps, celebrating too early, and it all plays into the hands of this man. He's going to enjoy that post-race Prosecco because he certainly earned it, he certainly deserved it. Another fabulous performance by Fabio Quartararo, the 23-year-old from Nice. The French fans down there on the grid, they are loving this. Johann Zarco, he's celebrating like he's taken a first victory here in the Premier Class. Absolutely incredible scene. Just the 3rd time in Premier Class history that 2 French riders have stood alongside each other on the podium. Memorable scenes here in Barcelona. Great to see the fans who poured out onto the grid. They've enjoyed their day out in the sunshine. I'm sure they've enjoyed their day out watching Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP action here, because it's been a brilliant day in Barcelona.
Brilliant day if you're French as well.